UFC 324 is fudging here, guys. Let's go. All right, so for those of you who are unaware, basically, UFC has a new deal with the UFC Paramount and all that good stuff there. So I'm going to go through each fight card, just kind of give you guys my predictions, who I think is going to win, so on and so forth. We have a lot of great fights here, especially after 6 weeks of no fights at all. It's super, super exciting. All right, so let's go through and let's just go from the top to the bottom. Okay, I genuinely think, uh, I hate to say this, I genuinely think this is a toss-up, if I'm being honest with you. It's really difficult to predict this particular fight specifically because, I mean, Paddy's on a rise to the point where he could very easily just take this, and the momentum that he has going forward is pretty incredible. Obviously, most of us think that Arman Tsarukyan and Ilya Topuria should be fighting for this particular bout, but yeah, let's see what happens. I'm not too sure about Justin Gaethje because the fight with Rafael Fiziev, in my personal opinion, was very, how do I say this? I mean, Rafael Fiziev basically took this fight on short notice for 2 weeks, and then on top of that, like Paddy Pimblett's been rising through the rankings, but the level of competition obviously is another whole thing, and the experience, and it could just be a changing of the guard at this point where Paddy Pimblett takes it on, finds the spot, chokes him out, knocks him out. I mean, I feel like the knockout's very unlikely, but the choking and the rear naked choke or something, some sort of submission, I feel like is more and more possible with this entire card or with this specific fight. Sorry about that. So let's go into obviously the second bout, the co-main event. We had Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Kayla Harrison had this injury. Unfortunately, she's out of the fight. I think they're gonna rebook that for the White House card. And I think what's going to basically happen with that is, yeah, I mean, honestly, I just think they need to rebook that one. I'm hoping Kayla Harrison can recover pretty fast. She's obviously pretty, positive and stuff like that. She has a great mindset. And I even heard Jorge Masvidal talking to Ariel Helwani on his interview yesterday on his channel, and he was basically suggesting that she's been very positive about the entire thing. And then DC did a piece of content with uh sorry, I'm forgetting his name for some reason. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me look this up. Yeah, so DC Ben Askren just did that recent Funky the Champ thing, and even Ben Askren was saying that yeah, if Kayla Harrison wants to, I'm sure she could recover pretty soon, especially before the June 14th White House card that we have coming up. All right, the actual co-main event, Sean O'Malley, we got here with Song Yadong. Damn, this one's really interesting to me. I think Song Yadong is actually a pretty decent striker. In fact, his wrestling's really good as well. And we've seen Sean O'Malley be match up with, obviously, sorry guys, I'm like very, very not there today or at this moment. I'm just kind of like piecing shit together at the moment. But I'm usually a big, big, big like Marab. Sorry, I'm blanking out so much. All right, Marab. I think it's a bad stylistic matchup. Even Sean admitted that on his profile or on his podcast video. I didn't watch the entire thing. I thought it was pretty good though. He usually does a really good entertaining job of that. His vlog that he did the other day was actually really fucking hilarious, where he was like, he was just saying some really goofy stuff, which is making me laugh. Um, I don't know. I think Song Yudong has like a very I'm not obviously an analyst, just to be clear. So like I'm not really like um an expert at the analyzing, but I do tend to have like a good instinct with these fights. And I don't know, I just think Sean's gonna actually knock this dude out, Song Yadong. Although it's a really really difficult matchup because Song Yadong has been doing pretty well. He did poke obviously Henry Cejudo in the eyes on his last bout. So we'll see what happens there. But then Sean O'Malley just got choked out recently, so we'll see what happens with that. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Sean O'Malley just because he's my personal favorite, and he also knocked out Aljamain Sterling, which I genuinely thought that was a terrible matchup for him as well. In fact, I think if Sterling got to his legs and was able to get him down, I think it would have been the end of the match at that point. Okay, WCA versus Derrick Lewis. I love Derrick Lewis. I think he can knock out Waldo Cortez Acosta. We'll just have to see. But yeah, he looks like he's in better shape. I kind of find it interesting that WCA is actually taking the fight because Derek Lewis is number 8. Is a former title challenger, but still at the same time, it could definitely be. I feel like WCA could definitely fight up in the rankings. Let me just hold on one quick second. Let me just quickly pull up the rankings and have a quick look at what they are. Okay. When I was doing my video, or when I was planning to do my video again, I was like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna go like this because I'm super exhausted at the moment, but I also don't want to keep making excuses. So let me just look at the rankings real quick, like I said, and I just feel like WCA should be fighting someone a little bit higher up, if I'm being honest. But let's see who we have. So we have obviously Tom Aspinall, the champion, Thurgon as number 1 contender, Alex Volkov as number 2 contender. I mean, he could have fought Sergey Pavlovich or Curtis Blades. I don't see why he couldn't fight one of those two guys. But yeah, Derek Lewis is obviously fucking awesome, so I can't complain on that one. All right, Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. Okay, I feel like Rose is on the decline here, to be fair, and I feel like Natalia Silva should already have the title shot. Especially her last fight, I thought it was pretty dope, and her technique and just her way of fighting is very fun to watch. Like she's very elegant in terms of like her striking and stuff. So personally, I think I'm gonna go for Natalia Silva. And in this one, by the way, I think I'm gonna go for Derek Lewis. I don't know if I said that already or didn't, but definitely going for Derek Lewis on that one. In this featherweight bout, we got Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. This one to me is very tough, but I do think Arnold Allen's gonna have a new game plan and a new skill set coming into this. Gene Silva obviously is an excellent striker, excellent fighter and all together, and I don't know with this one's going. Usually I have like a better like I guess perspective or like opinion on these. So I do think this one's kind of I feel like they're all kind of toss up. These are really good matchups, let's just put it that way. But if I have to pick someone, gun to my head, I'm gonna say Gene Silva. If I just put it that way. Okay, this one obviously I'm not gonna even like go too far in this one. I think Umar Nurmagomedov 100% gets this one. Obviously he could lose, but I don't really see what Davidson's Figueiredo could do. And at 135, I don't see Davidson's Figueiredo's like striking power there anymore. I do see it at like obviously flyweight, but not at the bantamweight bout or weight class. So yeah, that one's a bit difficult for me to call unless it's like, well, or it's difficult for me to say that he could win that one. Yeah, I don't see it happening. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Umar is gonna take him out within the first or second round. I think it's a 3-round bout, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it has to be. All right. Atiba Gautier, which is Andre Pouliev. This one is gonna be very, very interesting. I'm being very transparent. I don't know much about this guy at all. But this guy, the Cameroonian, the first Cameroonian, as they say, which is obviously bullshit. But as you guys seen in my last video, I really like Francis Ngannou. So sorry. I think Atibi Gautier is gonna or Gautier. Dude, I hate when fucking analysts and everybody in the UFC says the name's wrong, and then here I am, like fucking mispronouncing everything. I do think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna knock him out within the first or second round. Obviously, I don't know this guy, like I said, so let's see what happens. But yeah, in the light heavyweight bout. Oh, Modestas Bukakis versus Nikita Krylov. Okay, I think this guy is gonna go ahead and knock this motherfucker out. Like, unless he can get like I mean, his last bout that I remember watching was very chaotic, to say the least. I don't think he did a very good job composing himself in terms of like getting into it and getting into that match. And yeah, I'm kind of debating right now if I want to go into the early prelims right now. But ooh, okay, fuck, dude, this whole card is so sick. Jesus Christ, this is an amazing card. Okay, dude, this is so exciting. Ooh, I can't believe these fights are this incredible. Okay, now I'm getting excited. Um, all right, Alex Perez. Honestly, I thought he was winning the last fight. To be fair, I cannot believe that like whatever happened on the last fight that just happened. Let me take a quick look at this real quick so I can see what exactly happened. 'Cause I think he got knocked out or something. Oh no, he didn't get knocked out. I think he got submitted if I'm not mistaken. Let me just pull it up real quick on my phone and then I can take a look and share that with you. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, he lost to a submission by so I'm a buyout or whatever the guy's name is, but yeah, fucking submission, bro. I think he was winning that entire fight if I'm not mistaken. He's 33 years old though, and the other guy, Charles Johnson, is 35. I'm gonna be honest, Alex Perez always finds a way to lose, in my opinion. Charles Johnson, I think, typically also finds a way to lose, if I'm being really transparent. But he did knock out the previous, the current champ at 125 flyweight, and then also on top of that, looks like his last win was a KO or TKO to Al Kavanagh or whatever that fucking name is. Sorry, um, can't even get on there a little bit better. But let's see if we can quickly click on this. Okay, yeah, you can see it here. Ooh. Oh yeah, this guy. I don't even know who the hell that guy is, to be honest with you. Um, Let me just quickly scroll back. Okay. All right, let's go into the next bout. Oh, fudge, dude. I honestly, I feel like Alex Hernandez is gonna get this one done. I don't know why. I think he's on a like 3 fight winning streak, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong about that. Michael Johnson, he's good. He's really, really fucking good. Obviously, he knocked out Dustin Poirier, but I don't know. I think Alex Hernandez is like on this like upward trajectory right now, and he's like found something. And like really, this fight will be honestly like the one that tells us. Okay, this guy, this is freaking like Chael Sonnen's like little protege. If I'm being honest, Josh Hoke. Okay, I'm really excited. Actually, dude, this whole fucking card is so incredible, dude. Okay, I'm super excited. I'm stoked. Josh Hoke, Denzel Freeman. I don't know who the fuck Denzel Freeman is, if I'm being really transparent. Let's have a look real quick. Oh, dude, I didn't even know you could do this. All right, sick. Um, See, this is how you can tell I'm like new at this fucking thing. Um, okay, this guy is probably gonna take this motherfucker down and just submit him or something. I think I remember he was like a football player. He did that interview with Ariel Hawani. I think he was like a football player or something. Fudge, man, I'm super excited for these fights. Hey, is this like a fight that got canceled or the bout that got canceled or something like that? Maybe UFC is having like an issue with the website. All right, I want to do more videos on this kind of stuff. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If you disagree with any of my opinions, um, yeah, just fucking share it with me. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I did reply to everybody who left a message. Thank you for those who left a message, who also left a thumbs up and left a thumbs down. I really appreciate it. Feel free to let me know if I sucked at this today, because I'm super, super exhausted, but yeah. And I also hate when I keep like butchering like names and things of that nature, but yeah, we'll keep going.